Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, I'm Platter Video Series videos I do for the wine hour. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. Anybody else remember the character of Malachi from Children of the Corn? The rather creepy individual, kind of one of the main antagonists of the film. Had some red hair, kind of palish skin. One might have even called him a ginger. Though I don't know if that term really existed at that point in time beyond the actual food, stuff. But anyway, that might come back into things. Yes, I'm going to suddenly change up the format of my show and going to go over there and review horror films, specifically from the 80s and 90s, starting with Children of the Corn. That's what we're going to do. It's not what we're going to do. I did used to review movies, actually, on this channel. If you go far enough, my first videos were me going over there and talking about martial arts movies, so if you're interested, they're not very good, but whatever. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm going to try some stuff. I'm inside the truck while I'm doing so, and I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing? Boom! Still rocking the Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. You got Kuwabara and Kurama and Hiei and Yusuke. The main four of the group. Interesting fun fact. At the very least, Hiei, not intended to be a major character. Just supposed to be there for one arc. And actually, the character of Botan was supposed to be kind of round out the four. But people liked Hiei as a character and just kind of became a thing. And Botan was still there. She just wasn't, part of the main group. And I like Botan. She's a good character. But anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? What are we doing here? Well, remember when I talked about ginger stuff? Boom! We've got Unfiltered Bruce Cost Ginger Ale Passion Fruit with Turmeric. Made with fresh ginger and organic cane sugar. Yay! Look at it. It's pretty. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so I went over there. I stopped off at a place called Rosalia's Deli, and I went over there and got a couple subs to review. I have an entire sub playlist, by the way, called Subs for Subs, just in case you're interested on all of my sub sandwich adventures. And when I went over there, they had a little cooler, and they had some specialty drinks, and damn it, I figured this was a thing. It's ginger ale with passion fruit. Tangy passion fruit with an old medicinal treasure. So, separation is natural, shake gingerly. I see what you did there. So yeah, I know for a fact that I've had Bruce Coast Ginger Ale before, years ago, but I like the packaging and everything immediately was a thing. I think I even had their pomegranate flavor at one point. I've never had their passion fruit, of that I am certain. So, I figured, what the hell, this would be a good time. And yeah, you do have to kind of shake it up, because like it does separate. So, we'll see how this whole thing goes. First of all, are you a twist-off? Yes. Okay, it didn't explode. Let's give this a shot. Hopefully this will be really good, because not only just do I enjoy ginger ales, but on top of that, I'm a little bit stuffed up. Weather's been changing a lot. It's been kind of thrown off my my sinuses and everything. So, ginger ale can kick some ass. Okay. All right. Well, I like it. I'll say that much right out the gate. I enjoy it. It's tasty. And it definitely... So they mentioned the old medicinal treasure. What they're referring to is, especially if you have a lot of there's this unfiltered or, like older style ginger ales, they have this sort of almost medicinal taste to them. Like, they're not going out of their way to try to make it as sweet as possible or make it as available to everybody. They're trying to be a very intentional drink. So the ginger aspect of it is a little bit harsher, maybe a little bit more bitter than conventional ginger ales might be. So it's an interesting experience. It's definitely its own hit. Now, here's the only thing that I kind of find that I take a little issue with. Because I like the drink overall, but I think the problem is the passion fruit actually sort of dilutes the really punchy gingerness. Because, like I said, I know I've had the normal ginger ale from these folks, and that, I mean, I remember really having a nice wallop of ginger, almost to the effect where it was more like a ginger beer than a ginger ale. And if you've never had ginger beer, that's some stuff that'll kick your head in a little bit, man. That's some proper stuff. I've done, I think, a couple of reviews of some ginger beer on the channel, so go watch those if you're interested. So the passion fruit, while it adds a nice taste, like I said, I feel like it hurts the ginger impact a little bit. And for me, I was really kind of hoping to get that, like I said, especially because my sinuses are a little bit, off and everything. I was kind of looking forward to that extra punch. But it's still really tasty. And mind you, I'm not saying it doesn't have a kick. It does. It's definitely got, more kick than, say, like your Canada Dries. But it has probably less kick than, say, like Seagram's. Which, by the way, I did a review, comparison video, Schweppes versus Seagram's. Go watch that video if you're interested on my take on that. So, I do like it. And the passion fruit flavor, it's a sweet drink, but it's not anything close to being abrasively sweet, which I feel for a ginger ale is good. I know for me, I kind of hold them in a similar vein to like root beers and other old style sodas. I don't want them to be like overly sweet. I don't want them, not to sound like a gatekeeper, I don't want them to be something that everybody's going to like. I want them to attune to my particular palate. And this falls into that category. I like the old style sodas and stuff like that, even though I also like new style sodas too. And again, I'm not trying to gatekeep. I want everybody to enjoy this stuff. It's just, I don't want to, have to give up my personal taste buds so that everybody can get in on it. And the thing is, I kind of feel that's a little bit with the passion fruit with this. I feel like as a means to go over there and dial back, maybe make it a little bit more accessible for some folks. Like I said, it hurts the overall ginger experience, but it's still tasty overall. Now, all that said, would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Maybe, but I think I would probably go for either just their classical ginger ale or maybe one of their other flavored ones. This one's good, but I want the punchiness. So, would I recommend it to other people? It entirely depends on who you are and what your tastes are, which is a stupid thing to say because that's the case of pretty much everything. If your ginger ale experience is exclusively commercial, maybe not. It's a little bit odd, and it's got sort of a bitterness to it. It's not the most, even in this format, it's not the most easily accessible drink to a non-experienced palate. If you're somebody who you do like ginger ales, like it's maybe a favorite drink of yours, I would definitely say give it a shot. If you're a ginger ale connoisseur, and I don't claim to be that, but if you are, and maybe you just haven't gotten to this one, I'd give it a shot. But I personally think there's other ones out there that might be a little bit more to your taste. So, but it's still good overall. Anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental response, stupendous rest of your, and folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly made with fresh ginger and organic cane sugar rest of your life, because those are good ingredients, folks. Those are good, and you want to have good ingredients for your entire life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But You do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. Oh, man. I got sandwiches and ginger beer. It's all bubbling inside me. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, folks. I mean, yeah, I'm full of delicious sandwiches and stuff, but I'm also, get a little bit bloated and such and everything. It's the double-edged sword of doing the reviews in batches as I do them, because I can get a bunch of reviews out of the way, and it's delicious and wonderful most of the time. But then at the end of these things, I'm just like, I have to hibernate like a bear. But even hibernating like a bear, it's important. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to find yourself some Bruce Coast Ginger Ale, as I have done here in this video today. And maybe you're going to give it a shot, maybe you're going to enjoy it. But maybe you're going to go over there and be like, I wonder what other drinks we could make unfiltered. So then you go over there and you're like, all right, we're going to go to the Dr. Pepper people. We're going to have unfiltered Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper's not going to sign off on it because he's a man of medicine, okay? He's, a man of science. Can't go over there and just give out purely unfiltered Dr. Pepper. But you're going to have like a rogue splinter group of people within the Dr. Pepper factory who want to make this happen. Only problem is, turns out that unfiltered Dr. Pepper starts going over there and causing all kinds of mutations and addictions and all kinds of stuff, because turns out it needs that filtering process. So then Dr. Pepper himself goes over there, he makes his way out, he's kicking ass, taking names. If you've ever played any of the Gungrave games, it's basically him being Grave. Just, bringing back the Dr. Pepper to where it needs to be. Where it needs to be. Or conversely, just go out and get yourself some really good ginger ale. There's some really great brands out there. You don't have to be stuck with Canada Dry, folks. Canada, I don't know about. Maybe that's a law. Maybe you have to drink Canada Dry there. I hope not. Bye.